All right. So it's just hit 10 a.m. So we will get started. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the CAS 360 Education Week. Today's webinar is on freeform documents. I'll be hosting it. My name is Christopher Banks. So before we jump right in, let's start off with a little bit of housekeeping. So first of all, all attendees will be in listen-only mode. So you will be unable to uh, talk, nor will you be able to use the chat feature. However, we do have a Q&A window that allows you to ask questions both during uh, the the main content of the webinar, but also we'll spend some time after I've got through all the content uh, answering questions as well. So as it says on the screen, just click the Q&A. You'll be able to type your question into the Q&A box and then click send. We'll get it. Either I myself will answer it, or one of the wonderful people from the rest of my team, the training and documentation team, will answer the question instead. Another thing to note is that this webinar will be recorded, so we will be uploading this onto YouTube, and you can see all the previous recordings either through the YouTube playlist link that we send or by going through to the BGL education page where it will have a list of all the previous webinars and all their slides, as well as the ability to enroll in any future webinars. So we're about almost halfway through CAS 360's Education Week. So obviously right now it's freeform documents, but we will have BGL ID later today. I also recommend checking out uh, annual reviews because I have seen a couple of questions come through during this week, as well as the enhancing compliance with BGL Smart Docs, as that is a new program. We've been able to start to integrate it into CAS 360, so it would be good for you guys to check it out and learn how the integration works. As mentioned earlier, this is CAS 360 week. However, we have had our other products, Simple Fund 360 and Simple Invest, and as mentioned before, they will be in the BGL/education link that I believe has just been posted. So you can go through if you wanted to see any of the trainings or the webinars for those products, you can go through that page and it will have both the slides as well as the webinar videos, the YouTube links. So to begin, what is Freeform Documents? So Freeform Documents is all about creating and storing your own custom documents and the templates for those documents. This in turn allows you to prepare these documents that would normally be outside of CAS's workflow. So you don't normally to prepare like a minutes or a letter, you'd have to do some form of process, whether that's changing an address to generate the required documents. However, with Freeform Documents, you can create it yourself. So once you've logged in to CAS 360, Freeform Documents is found on the main toolbar under Freeform. So you can see here, we've opened up Freeform Documents. It's looking pretty barren now because we haven't created anything. But we click Freeform Documents and we get two options. We can either prepare a Freeform document, which currently, because we have no templates, we'll just have the system templates. But that's fine. Otherwise, we can create a new Freeform template. So we click Create, and now we open up the Creating Freeform Document template pop-up. So we go through here. I'm going to call this appointment really simple of a new CEO. And then we have different document styles. So first, you've got to determine whether your document is going to be a minutes or resolutions. It's going to be a letter, or it's just going to be a freeform document. So picking a minute or resolution or a letter means it will have extra details that CAS will have filled out for you. You can always adjust what's in these later, and I'll go into later how we can do that. Otherwise, Freeform Documents is essentially just a blank page that lets you do whatever, but you can use all the commands that, or a lot of the commands that you have from the CAS 360 dictionary. They will work in the Freeform Documents. But for now, we're going to do a minutes or resolutions. Then we have the option to choose document type. So depending on which one you pick, we'll change which template in the Freeform Documents template the system uses. We're going to pick directors. Going to leave jurisdictions for now. So then we click next. And here we have our Freeform document. So we have we'll enter what the topic is. And this is essentially the title for our minutes. Oh, and then here we will write, it was resolved by the directors to appoint a new CEO. Then we'll hit enter and type in Christopher Banks. Of course, up here we have a whole bunch of different formatting options. So we're going to align it to the center, put it in an ordered list. Then we have more paragraph options down here, like the line height, increase the indent, whether it's a quote. You also have the ability to insert images, any links, a table, and then there's a few extra settings here. Then if you need, you can also download this, what you've written in here as a PDF. You can print it as well. Have the option to just select all or full screen this entire box. But we've got our content in. So we're going to click next. And it's going to preview. And so what I meant before by it'll fill in all the relevant minute details, you can see here it's put in all the different codes for us already. Then you can see here where we've got our content. It was resolved by the directors to appoint a new CEO, Christopher Banks. And then we have the extra. We have all the digital signing. You have here the document layout. So as I said before, we'll get to that later, but we can adjust the template. So for now, we're going to click, we're happy with this. We click save and proceed. Then we get the option to choose what company we are going to prepare this for. So I'm going to just select BGL Incorp company here. We do have the option to select multiple or all. Then we go through, click proceed. We can see here, we've got our new company. We have an option here. So we got the appointment of the new CEO. We have options up here. So if you have multiple records that you realize was a mistake or you don't need, you can delete them all here. Otherwise, you can edit the document here or delete. I'll show you what editing looks like later. But we'll click prepare form. So straight away, we have our one new document, the appointment of the new CEO. We have a great question here. Is there an extra cost to creating freeform documents? No, there is not. This is absolutely free. It's part of your subscription. You can use this whenever you want, as much as you want. So it's a very, very handy feature to have. Of course, if you, like for example, our document here, if we have digital signing is, you'll just need to connect to the provider and you'll have to pay the provider. But the integration between the digital signing provider and us is free as well. So you can see here we can toggle on, because we had the digital signing fields, we can toggle on. We've got electronic signing toggled on. If I click this, it should prepare the document. So we can see we've got our director to sign. We've got the company, the ACN, got our bit of content and the preparation of documents. So it's filled in the relevant details that it could find related to our company. We also have the options here to change like the date format, include the resolution date in heading. And if you had more than one director like we had, we could do it in two set columns instead of just a long line. Typical stuff if you've used CAS before. We still, of course, also still have all the electronic signing options. So if you want to use SMS for two-factor authentication, you absolutely can. Otherwise, from there on, therefore, once you're happy with it, you'd either download all, or if you're going to use, like, for example, electronic signing, you said send all. And if you needed to add any extra documents before you set this out, you could also upload any as well. But I'm going to hit cancel because I've just realized while we want to, I will be appointed CEO of all the other companies. We're not appointing me to Incorp, so we need to edit this. So we're going to change it to Andre Jones. Um, yeah, well, we're going to change it to Andre Jones because he's actually going to be the individual here. However, if we scroll down, you're going to see there's a new little section. So you do have the ability, if you need to edit a template, to save this as a brand new template. You can either, yeah, elect to overwrite and just simply replace whatever you had in here, in this case, Christopher Banks with Andre Jones. However, instead, you can also choose to save it as a new template. And for example, let's say Andre Jones is going to, we're going to import a whole bunch of companies and then he's going to be made the new CEO. And we know this, so we'll save this as a new template. And then if we click save and proceed again, we have the option to select. Then we would delete, because this was a mistake, we can now delete. If we just said overwrite, it would have just kept our new document. But because we said to make a brand new one, it's left it here just in case we didn't want to get rid of this one. We were just using it because we had majority of the data we had in there, but we knew we were going to be making a brand new template. So it's left it in. But then, of course, just options, delete, and it's going to get rid of it just that quickly. So then we're going to have a look at the freeform templates. So you can see here you have all the different templates here for all the different uh, letter types or minutes here for you to pick from. You can see here that we have a few system templates, but we also have R2 templates here as well. And so you can go through and as usual, similar to the early webinar in the week where with the documents and email templates, you can go through, download these and edit this. We'll do this later. But for now, we're going to create a letter. So we're going to create a letter. And then we're going to choose contact. We're going to go to here. Oh, please confirm your details. And the following personal details by calling me back using the number at the bottom of this letter. So first, your last name. And so I brought up before the CAS 360 dictionary codes. So there's a Freeform Documents CAS 360 dictionary codes. This is for all the mostly for contact related uh, fields. But as you can see from how much I'm scrolling, there's quite a lot. So I'll send this in the chat for you guys now. For anyone who wants access to the page. This is just on the Knowledge Center. So you can, if you ever go to the Knowledge Center, you can just search up Freeform Documents and you'll get the main article for Freeform Documents as well as the dictionary codes to use. But from here, we're going to come in and copy the relevant fields. I'm going to shift enter so the formatting looks nice. Then hit enter, go your birth country. Then go find the birth country. Yep. Your address. Since there's so many, you do have the option here. I'll do it now. You can hit Control F, and that's just a general, like for most web browsers to search the web page. So you can use that because there's a lot. If you're looking for addresses, you can just type in address, and it will take you straight down here. If we were up here and we hit enter, it's going to take us straight to all the relevant address fields. That's not a CAS 360 or a Knowledge Center functionality. That's usually inbuilt to, as far as I'm aware, pretty much all uh, web browsers. But it's for this particular CAS 360 dictionary codes. This one is a really long one because you have all the different variations of names in lower cases, names in upper cases, depending on which exactly how you want your freeform document to look. And then we're going to finish off with your date, date of birth, and come back up and grab that as well. Ooh, excellent. Then again, just hit next. It's going to give us a preview of our letter of the dear contact full name. Please confirm, kind regards, all that. Click save and proceed. So then we have all your contacts currently within your firm. For this example, I'm going to choose Daniel Pham. So now we have our letter. Please confirm details. Again, similar, we can edit it if we need, and then we would also have the option to save that new edit as well. But we're going to click Prepare Forms. We also have the option there to change who the contact is. There's no digital signing in our letter, though I assume if you added it, it would show up. Here we go. We got all the details, and therefore that's a great question. Can you only do the letter if the contacts are currently within CAS 360? As far as I'm aware, yes. Do it again. There's no way, yeah, there's no way to select a custom. You must do the contact that you're selecting when generating the freeform document has to be within CAS 360. So you will need to add them to be able to generate the letter for them. Because it will need to, if you don't have the person, it's not going to have any idea what it's trying to pull the data from. So it won't be able to fill out all of this for you if you don't have that data. Again, we have, yeah, so here you can change who the letter is, you have who the letter is for. You can apply the date. Of course, applying this date to all documents, we only have the one document, so unless you upload extra, it's not going to be anything changing. There is an issue though. I told them to call me back using a number at the bottom of this letter, but there is no number, so we need to change the full template as well. So we're going to go to Freeform Documents, go Contact Letters Layout. So then we have our details. Instead, however, I'm going to go up to the Contact Letters Layout. I'm going to download the Word document. Come up here. We've got it here. Click that. And it's going to open on my wrong screen. So I'm going to drag it across. So now we have the Word document. Click Enable Editing. And then below the firm name, I'm going to add in the phone number for 401. And preferably, change the font size to the relevant style so it looks the same. Then we're going to come in and say layout with phone number. Now we have our new document template saved. Come up here, click the upload, select our relevant number or our relevant document, and now we have this. We have our new template with the phone number attached. So similar to what was shown on the documents and email templates. Now if we come to the please confirm details, click prepare forms, go back to options. You can see here that we can now select the contact letter layout with phone number, click save. Now if we generate, we have the mobile number, we have the phone number at the bottom of our template with all of our document with all the stuff that we put in for the freeform template. So that can be really useful because you can set up different templates for the actual freeform template to use, and then you can change the freeform templates depending on how you wish for what data you need to have for the relevant letter or minute. that you need. So there was a question earlier where someone asked, is Freeform designed for one-off forms or templates that you might reuse regularly? The answer is both. They correctly guessed that it's both. You can just use it for one-off documents if you need, because we do have the system templates already there. However, if you do have a certain set of templates that you think you're often going to be using, you can set these up. Then, like for example, this, since we're going to have the phone number. I don't want the phone number for my firm not at the bottom of the screen. We then can just anytime we need to put any contact letter, doesn't matter whether it's just confirming the extra details or if we have something else in the freeform, like in the content box that when we entered in all that data. Uh, as long as we select this as the template, it will include all the extra information that we had from the master as well as the phone number that we added. And you can see here we can set this as default as well as download this template should we need to make adjustments to this one as well. However, that does bring us to the end of this webinar.